I'm 3 weeks out from the WBFF Pro Am, where I'll be defending my title as the 2013 Miss WBFF Pro Fitness Model North America. I'm hoping to repeat. So I'm not afraid to admit it, 3 weeks out my body aches. It doesn't matter how many shows you've done, or won. It doesn't get easier unless you give up on improving. When I compete, it's against myself, and though I do always give myself credit and am happy with the end result, I'm far from perfect and look forward to the challenge of improving every year. My close friends know that I'm a bit of a perfectionist, and that means I'm constantly striving to feel 100% comfortable and confident. In my personal life, that means a lot of outfit changes when I'm out and about, which is also fun. But when it comes down to training, if something's causing me a little bit of discomfort or I'm finding that there's some sort of an irritation, then I look for ways to correct it. One example is that I was finding the seat of my bike a little bit uncomfortable, so I got a seat cover. Of course, on some of the spin bikes, you're kind of leaning over on the bike. And I was finding that my elbows were getting a little bit sore when I'm doing an hour of cardio right now. So indoor on my spin bike and on my stationary upright bike, sometimes I am wearing elbow pads. But don't worry, I'm not wearing the helmet inside. And my friends at Gymstar heard that my wrists were bothering me a little bit during training. So they hooked me up with some great wrist wraps that will stabilize my wrists when I'm lifting. Gymstar and my husband also hooked me up with weight lifting gloves that match all my outfits so that my hands stay nice and soft and feminine. And to make sure that my midsection stays nice and tight, I also have been wearing a weightlifting belt. This can help some people with lower back issues as well, but I find that it's a great way to make sure that you're keeping your core pulled tight into your spine when you're training and doing exercises such as squats or stiff-legged deadlifts. And one last tip for the ladies. Posing heels to me are like point shoes are to ballerinas. So although I can rock my heels, I'm pretty comfortable in them. One of my secrets is that in order to have the absolute perfect fit so that you could dance in those shoes all day, I add insoles, or they have heel liners that you can also purchase, different ways that you can make sure that there is support in your shoe so that you don't start to be in pain on stage, and also so you can spend hours practicing. Of course, nothing is more important than your diet. Make sure that you're eating right and using the right supplements to avoid injury. Make sure that you're taking your vitamins, BCAAs, sub-Q, and I also include Fusion's Omega Oil. Since you've been so patient, and I have had quite a few of you asking a little bit more about my diet plan, I figured I would just take a little bit of time at the end of this last vlog and just go over a little bit of what I am doing. So basically what I'm doing is a keto diet, with the exception of having carbs during my workout in the form of an intra-workout drink. I'm using Vitargo again this year. Other than that, my diet is high fats and high proteins. Lots of vegetables, but I don't really count the carbs as vegetables, just fibrous vegetables. Breakfast, I'm basically having good cuts of steak, not really doing much ground beef anymore. It's more like lean cuts of steak. Sometimes I do egg whites, although at this point I've cut that out. Usually it's with some broccoli or some green beans. And then I usually cook spinach in there. I cook using coconut oil for some of my meals, and I'm including about half of an avocado with about 3 meals, at least 2 meals in a day. Salad, if it's a meal that can allow for avocados, I'll put that in there as well. Or what I feel like eating at that time. For the most part, they all have fats and proteins. Right now I'm still doing some flavored canned tuna mixed in with a little bit of non-fat ranch over a mixed green salad. If it's a meal that can allow for avocados, I'll put that in there as well. Now that it's 3 weeks out, you know what, I'm just going to be a little bit fussy this year because I'm not, I don't know, I've started to do a little bit more posing, and I'm a bit of a perfectionist. So I want to come on stage feeling even tighter than last year. Not leaner, but just overall having even more balance in my physique. So no more sugar-free gum. No more diet pops or diet sugar-free Red Bulls or anything along those lines. I'm reducing my extra condiments, such as my non-fat ranch, so I'll be using some Italian a little bit, replacing that with mustard or just simply salt and pepper. I'm not big on the Mrs. Dash or things like that. I find that they just don't digest well with me. So hopefully that answers your questions. I guess I will note that Craig got a delicious tasting isolate chocolate protein powder
that I was having the last couple weeks. But I'm cutting that out too, along with Splenda. So it's going to be even Meo's I'm not getting into anymore. I'm taking a lot of pills right now. Thank you, Fusion Bodybuilding, again for your great support this year. I'm still using Sub-Q. I've been using Fubar for a little bit of a boost before my workout sometimes. Or I'm, of course, using Purple K Reps that I love. I've had a lot of girls at the gym ask me about that one, and I'm putting them onto it. You know, I really do recommend grabbing Purple K to stack afterwards as well. You know, that's something that I've been doing, and I feel I'm getting great results with it. The omega oil from Fusion is, of course, in my diet again regularly. I am using CLA. Agent M powder is something that I usually use, although just because I have a sensitivity to sweeteners and I don't do a lot of diet drinks and whatnot, I'm switching over to the pills. Strongman, of course, is in my diet all the time. Glutamend, I'm sneaking in with my BCAAs. Did I forget anything? Well, you know what? You'll see it in the background of my video, or of course you can watch my posts. Make sure you join my YouTube channel as well. It's Jules WBFF blog.
Train safely, everyone.